the Side, the show which, unlike the housemates, is forced to remain positive 365 days a year, and trust me, it puts the shopping task into perspective. Now, I can confirm that we have a bloody brilliant hour ahead of us. We do. Are you excited? I love that you're the leader of the... before we get started on this wonderful hour, let's have a little recap of what happened in tonight's main show.
Go on, hold it.
I said some things last night which were just really nasty, but the way she reacted was just absolutely pathetic. If she was ugly with that personality, everyone would just be like, but because she's fit, she gets away with it.
She come over to me and she's like, I don't really know what happened. And she did, she was there. And then she'll go back to Danielle and just be like, dead on fence with her probably, I'm guessing, as well.
I think everyone needs to calm down.
You're not listening. You're actually not listening to me.
I had an awful vision yesterday. In the fucking chalet.
Shit's got real today for me.
She's literally winding people up and
She's
letting
smart
them...
though, I get to her, she's smart.
I don't think she's that smart.
Tomorrow, it's not going to be the same.
So again, loads to get through tonight, but first let's meet our panel. First up to help her digest the housemates' behaviour is a journalist and former Celebrity MasterChef winner who no doubt is going to be giving the housemates a good grilling tonight. Please, braise the roof for Emma Kennedy!
Good, you did well.
We right there?
Yes.
We're right there. Next up is a man who almost went all the way in the Celebrity Big Brother house, just sadly not with Sam Fairs. It's Ollie Locke! I'm also like that with Ollie Locke because he's just so gorgeous, I can't stop looking at him. And doesn't he smell amazing as well, Emma?
Yes, it's
I saw him and I was like, your
delicious.
suit's gorgeous and you look really well and you smell amazing. I'm going to leave now and
He's
I'll do really well.
he's like puppies made of chocolate.
He is, isn't he? You just want to lick him. And I already did. Our final guest needs absolutely no introduction to put on the side. She is all dressed up with somewhere to go, and that is the third seat on our panel. She is back. Please get on your feet, raise the roof, and salute the one and only Lauren Harries! Look at you! I am loving this look!
Thank you, well, I needed a change.
I don't know whether you're going to whether you're from the 60s, whether you're...
Oh, no.
I just don't know. You look amazing.
Vintage.
You can sit down and stop saluting now. They're so good, this lot. Lauren, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm actually not falling over today.
Good. That's good. I was terrified.
I've been practicing just for you.
Good. Lauren's walking well, which is brilliant. Is everybody ready? Yeah! Let's get on with it then. So the house was full of good vibes in the morning, with Danielle and Helen both admitting in the diary room that they needed to have a calm word with each other. Emma, are we going to see harmony continuously with these two now or not?
I don't think so, no. I mean, Danielle, someone really needs to fix her fun button, don't they? I mean, really. I've never... I find her extraordinary that she keeps on saying, I'm traditional, as if that is an excuse for her appalling behaviour.
Yeah, homophobic.
But she's not traditional, she's just narrow-minded. I know lots of people who are traditional, have traditional values, and are still extremely accepting of other people. And you can't go into an environment where your opinion is more important than everybody else in the house, and I don't think she's going to change.
Especially in an environment like this, because it's about, you know, very much so. She should have her own views. Yeah. That is her religion. But I'm still wondering whether she's contradicting herself so much. I don't really still know who the real Danielle is. It's quite difficult, isn't it?
I agree with you, yeah.
Yeah, but
but I don't think she's going to change, and that's why I don't think there's going to be any softening between her and Helen, really. I think it's good that they've got together and
They're
made
going to
things
try and
up.
have a little chin
Yeah,
wag.
I mean, Helen's marvellous, and she's like foghorn leghorn. She takes people to one side for a quiet word. You can hear her in France.
Yeah. That quiet word we're going to have. Now, despite claiming that she said some stupid and nasty things in the row, Helen still thinks that Danielle doesn't fit in with the others. Lauren, you've experienced firsthand the power that it's like being in a group in that house. Can Danielle turn it around? Can she integrate? Will she mix with everybody? Can she fit in?
I don't think so because of her remarks about being homophobic. And there's so many gay people in Britain. I think she's insulted all of them. And therefore, I think she should go out.
She hasn't said she's homophobic, though.
Yeah, but you either...
I can see how you could think that the remarks that she made about how she doesn't think, I think she said she doesn't believe that two men should marry because of her religion.
Yes, but when you're Catholic...
In a church, though.
Yeah,
she said she didn't mind that. She said just in a church.
When you're Catholic, you can't agree with gay marriages. You can't agree with gay people. You don't accept them. So therefore, I believe that she doesn't accept gay people. And I think all the gay... I mean, the things she said are things you cannot take back. They're too strong. And it's too much of a big subject for the gay community to put up
She also doesn't seem like she wants to take her remarks back, though. She said that's her belief.
Exactly, and that's, she does what she wants, and that's fine. But if she doesn't leave the house, obviously people just want to see more drama. But really, she should, for all the gay people. My brother's gay, and, I love him to pieces. And when someone says things like that, it hurts me, and it hurts the whole community who are gay.
Well, maybe we talk to her about that when she comes out.
Well, I think that might be
That's probably
soon.
the best thing to do, so that she can have her say about how she kind of stands with the whole situation.
Thank you.
So Big Brother promoted Toya and Stephen to the roles of positivity police. I just spat everywhere. Ollie, were they the best people for the job?
I don't think they're the worst people. It's quite good. Stephen is my favourite to win, personally.
Really? So
He's my
early,
favourite to
Ollie,
win.
picking a favourite.
He is my favourite to win at the moment. He is.
Why?
I just think he's great. I think I would have most in common with him, and I think he just seems like a really normal guy. Just a nice, normal guy.
Right. Oh, I hear a few.
Nice, normal guy.
Is that a disagreeing?
What is that anyway? What is
I'm
that?
Or an
not
agreeing?
too sure.
Why?
He comes across like he's got the whole thing sussed out and he's working them, and he's a bit more intelligent than most of them. And I think he's working it his way through and how he wants to come across.
Yeah,
but
you think this
I
is
do
a
like
game?
him.
He reminds me of, I say this every night, he reminds me of Paul Clark. Paul and Helen.
Oh, yes.
He is quite, he's got very similar mannerisms and stuff.
He's
I
a
quite like that.
middle-of-the-road housemate, isn't he? He will probably be in for quite some time, because I don't think he's going to cause ructions.
I think he will at some point.
Do you?
I reckon he will at some point.
Yeah, but I think people want a little bit of ructions if it's necessary.
Although we need the boys to step up the game, don't we? This is the girls'
Well, this
house.
is what we're talking about later. We're talking about girl power and how they've been at the front, but that's for a little bit later on. Tamara and Kimberly, Tamara voted Kimberly the most stuck up, with Kimberly retaliating kind of by voting Tamara least likeable. It's quite uncomfortable. Were you surprised by either of their votes for each other, Lauren?
Not really, because they don't get on.
They don't really spend much time together, do they?
And they're a bit spiteful. So I don't think that. I mean, everything they said made sense, and all the housemates agreed with them to an extent. So hopefully they'll learn by it. But, sometimes a leopard just can't change their spots, and I don't think they will.
I've got to admit, though, I thought Tamara's been much quieter than I thought she was going to be. Yeah. I thought she was going to be very much like Helen, quite loud and the centre of everything. But
she was bubbly, she was loud, she laughed a lot.
Yeah, she's calmed down quite quickly.
All of a sudden, since she's been nominated, she's gone.
Yeah,
calm,
you see, sorry, but...
within herself a bit.
Yeah,
scared.
but what happens is, when you know you're not getting evicted, you are calm. But when you know that you've been evicted, I was nominated 4 times, you aren't calm, constantly worrying about your eviction. So Helen is going to be the calmest in the house because she is in the final.
I think...
Oh, no, I was talking about Tamara then, actually, how Tamara's
I think Tamara is riven with fear.
Yeah. Since being up for eviction.
Riven with it, because she is now up for nomination against Jarlath, and Danielle. You know, Danielle, obvious why she's up for nomination. Jarlath has sort of set herself up as an outsider in the group, or was at the beginning. And let's be fair, she's the only girl in that lineup who is not really relying on their looks. Pauline probably as well in that. And here's Tamara, ostensibly the prettiest girl there, and she's up, and she must be literally in turmoil inside, thinking, why on earth have I been nominated? And I think, really, it's because there's nothing there. There's nothing. I'm yet to see anything sort of approaching a proper personality.
So you're not keen on Tamara at this
She
point?
hasn't done anything wrong.
Well, it's just that, no, she hasn't done exactly.
Anything
she hasn't
wrong,
done anything
particularly?
wrong. I don't dislike her. She's just vapour.
Is that something like vanilla?
Well, yes, it is a bit. There's nothing to grab hold of.
Do you think she's a bit
With
vain?
her.
Do you think you think she might be a bit vain? Do you think?
Well, I mean,
We're all a bit
that's
vain.
just an assumption because she looks the way she
What about
looks. But there's
what about
nothing
what happened at the end?
substantial to her.
Just to move on from Tamara, because we spoke about her for quite a little while. Toy seemed to get quite annoyed that Jarlath wouldn't get involved in the whole topic of conversation about Christopher and her thoughts for him. Is it easy to kind of keep out things, Ollie? I mean, I know you found it quite easy, but to keep your own mind and your own opinion.
Well, I personally think it is, because I didn't want to get involved in other people's dramas. I was so happy. If there was an issue, like there was with me and Louisa, I was very willing to sit there and go, OK, that's the issue I've got with you. I'm not going to get involved in Jim and Linda or whatever it was back then.
But when someone's having a snipe about somebody else, is it like, it must be really uncomfortable.
Well,
Is it best to just walk away or say, do you know what, I don't want to get involved?
You sit there, you've got to be quite careful because you don't want to be a bitch. And
Yeah.
you don't want to, so you've got to really think about quite
But you
cleverly.
also don't want people saying that
say
you're
that you-
sitting on the
Yeah,
fence
exactly.
when really you're just trying to not have any shit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, the drama behind it is not easy.
Well, when we were in the house, we used to hide when Loopy Louie used to
You know there are cameras in there, Lauren.
Yeah. I know, but we thought we were hiding, and we would all sit next to. We said, "Oh my God, what's going to happen next?" Now we don't, because the thing is, you have to live with these people.
Yeah.
But yes, dramas. You will get involved with dramas eventually. Once you see the clear waters, once you see some logic about it all. But you've got to let it happen first, and then
Yeah.
clear up the mess afterwards.
And pick your battles, as Pauline says.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Although
yeah.
hers all seem to be about food and who's having what.
They always talk about. No, they always talk
Lauren,
about.
we've got to stop. We're running over so badly.
But they always talk about food because they're always hungry.
She just doesn't listen, this woman. There's more time for chat later, so keep it in there,
I will
Lauren,
keep it
and we'll
here, I
get
will.
it all out later. Still to come, find out why performance coach Kate Marlowe predicts that Stephen and Matthew will positively persevere in the shopping task. Plus, I'm going to be having a natter with some of the housemates' nearest and dearest, which is always good. Remember, Friday is eviction night. Who goes? You decide! Louder next time. This week, Danielle, Jarlath and Tamara all face the public vote. Who goes? You decide. To evict Danielle from a landline, call 090 2044 5805 or from a mobile, call 650 5805. To evict Jarlath from a landline, call 090 2044 5807 or from a mobile, call 650 5807. To evict Tamara from a landline, call 090 2044 5814 or from a mobile, call 650 5814. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50 pence. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote on iOS devices via the new Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99 pence. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side, and just to confirm, the house is full of tits. Housemates' words, not ours. Time now to get abreast. Thank you very much of what's going on in the house. Take a look.
Have you spoken to Helen about what you think she thinks?
No, I will at some point. I had objections to her I had objections to the way she criticised Danielle the other night, and some of the ways in which she referred to her, I found them deeply offensive. I think she described her once as a Jesus shagger, as fat, as all these kind of things, which really go against my grain. But it's not my argument. but I'm still offended by them. And the way I have to wake up the next day and try and get on with everybody in the house. If I suddenly like raise objections to everything she's saying, I'm going to find myself really ostracised from that group. But like, there's plenty of people to talk to in the house right now. I just kind of feel as though I'm kind of being torn apart for trying to get on with everyone, for trying to get to know everyone, and it's annoying because I think some people haven't really made that kind of effort with other people. Unless you've kind of dropped yourself into a particular clique, you're seen as being boring, or you're not as interesting as the other people, and that's not fair.
And that's what he thinks. Right, time to talk about the first shopping task of the series. And for Big Brother, it's been relatively tame, I thought. How difficult is it to keep a smile on your face? Really? Yeah. Well, pretty hard if you're that audience. They'll look really miserable. Here's a reminder of what happened.
The first shopping task is a simple one. All housemates have to do to pass is stay positive. Over the next 2 days, Big Brother will be testing the strength of housemates' positivity in a number of ways. And regardless of what happens, housemates must remain positive. They should smile, laugh, giggle, express positive feelings, and generally exude a sunny, happy demeanour at all times.
They look positively pissed off rather than hanging like that.
Oh God, we've got to be happy.
Right, here to help us understand a bit more about the power of positivity and how the housemates are coping with the task, please welcome performance coach Kate Marlowe. You've even got a stamp going on over there. So, Kate, what do you think this task is designed to do? What are they hoping to see, do you think, from them?
Okay, well, I think there's two things. One is it's a series of challenges, isn't it, to test their character. So we start finding out who is a strong character, who is a weaker character. It also is designed to shake things up a bit and to unmask them. Because when they go in, they're playing at being in Big Brother. That's the performance that they're doing. So this really starts to unmask all of the surface stuff. And the other thing is...
And do you think this is a good time for that to happen? They've been in there, 5 days or something? Is it about time that those masks slip now?
Definitely, because we're getting into the storyline. Big Brother is an entertainment, so it's like a Greek tragedy. Anytime you put a load of people together, it's the same as soap opera. You've got to create storylines. You've got to set characters off against each other to find out what's really going on, because we, as human beings, like to look at other human beings to find out how we are.
Yeah. Could it benefit the house in any way? I mean, we've seen tonight with the electric shocks, they all have to be very honest about each other. Is that a way of trying to get them all to talk to each other, maybe the ones that aren't really mixing with each other, or is it designed to piss everybody off? Are they going to benefit in a good way, or are we going to benefit by watching more explosions?
Both. You know, Big Brother covers everything.
Yeah.
So I think what happens is it's stirring things up, it's weeding out the weak ones, it's moving aside some of the noisier voices that just like the sound of their own voice and letting the quieter ones come through.
Right.
But also it's interesting because so far the conversations they have in there is all about themselves. And this one is making them be interested in something outside of themselves, me. So
Okay.
it's good.
During the positive therapy, we saw the housemates get shocked, which is always one of my favourite parts of Big Brother, is when there's electric shock suits come out. What can you tell by how they reacted?
Okay, so this is really interesting in terms of their performance as Big Brother contestants. So Mark did squealing. All right, it's super loud, it's super noisy, it's over the top. It's like a pantomime reaction.
Okay.
But that's the character that he's playing in there. Kimberly was like a spy. You know, she hardly gave anything away. She is an ice maiden, and she's got everything under control, completely and utterly under control.
Okay. What about a smile? I would imagine they say quite a lot, and you know, lots of different parts of your face will say different things. Let's analyse some of the housemates. Let's start with Christopher. What? I love that smile. What's that smile saying?
Okay, well, this is very interesting
because
I'm
gonna fucking kill you.
There you go. That's exactly what it's saying. And that's why everybody laughed when they saw it, because we recognise that this is not a genuine smile. It's forced, it's too much, and the eyes are going off to the side with daggers coming out saying, I am going to kill you. Yeah, well done. Spot
As
on.
we said last night, this is not the Hunger Games and nobody will die. Kimberly's next. What's her smile saying?
Right, this is completely controlled. All right, so she's not giving very much of a smile away. She's the eyes don't match the teeth. So if you just block out in your head the bottom half, that's just kind of a nice, pleasant smile. And then if you just take the eyes aren't mirroring
the eyes on their own.
The teeth, yeah. So it's very controlled, and that suits Kimberly absolutely.
She's very controlled, isn't
Yeah.
she? She's kind of got, I suppose, got that lawyer's head on where
Yes.
she's kind of sussing everybody out.
Yes.
And then we've got Ash.
Again, everybody laughed, and we have to say there's a reason for that, because you don't believe this. Again, it's over the top. It's like
funny,
faking
isn't it? Because when you see it in transition in the show, and you see that massive laugh, you just think it's a big laugh. But the minute you freeze it and take it out of context, you actually see what is possibly going on there.
Well, he's showing the person who made him laugh. It's like, ha ha ha, I think you're really funny. It's wanting to be liked. It's showing that I'm laughing at what you've said, and it's fake.
Do you think any of them were faking positivity before the task even started, so during their first few days in the house?
Well, I think it's kind of human nature that we sometimes put on a smile when that's not how we're feeling, and especially under stress. So a lot of them have done that. They've gone in smiling. Chris smiles quite a lot to get
Although he
through
said he
things.
was just going to be very miserable, didn't
Well,
he?
there you go. Mark does it. There's quite a few of them. Pauline does it. You know, everybody, it's how you kind of present yourself when you're under stress.
What is the task going to do? Is it inevitably going to be a ticking time bomb, or could it create harmony? Will they take on those words of advice that their other housemates have given them? Could it be a positive thing?
Okay, no.
In a word, no.
No, we know that it's going to go off. So everything that's been said during this positivity, when they can't really answer back and they've got to delay the gratification of a row, that's what it's doing. They're all saying, I'll talk to you about this in a couple of days. And then they're going to go at it again. Or, you know, you never know. They might have some reflection and learn.
Really?
This is why it's so fascinating. We don't know.
You never know, but probably not.
Probably not.
That was a positively delightful chat. Thank you very much.
Likewise.
Kate Marlowe,
Thank you,
Join me after the break for plenty more Big Brother gossip and find out what's got the housemates rolling with laughter. I'm going to go and grab myself a little creamy drink. I'll see you in a bit. The spin-off show that's camper than Christopher camping in the garden. Or as Winston would say, the jardin. That's French. Now it's... Thanks, Bron. Now it's that point in the week when we summon the opinions of some of the housemates, friends and family via something I like to call the telephone. That's French too. It's not. So let's start with this week's trio. Who are up for eviction? Danielle, Tamara and Jarlath. Oh, my cheeks hurt. And I do believe these ones. And I do believe that we... I've lost it! Oh! And I do believe that we have a former housemate and friend of Danielle on the phone, Mr. Dexter Coe.
Hola.
Are you there, Dex?
Hola, hola. How are you, Emma?
I'm good. I just had a little bit of an outburst, but I'm fine now. I'm back in the room. Now, the housemates and the online community, and us in the studio, I think, seem a little bit confused as to who the real Danielle is. Is she the one that we may have seen in Lads Mags, or is she the one in the house?
Put it this way. Let me tell you. I think it's not just rosemary beads she's got in her closet. I mean, she needs to drop the act.
What? Dexter, we've kind of heard her say that she used to date you. So what happened?
Well, look, we had a couple of dinners together, and she was pictured with me in the press on one famous night, and that was it, really.
So just dinner?
We dated. I didn't have sexual relations with that woman.
So definitely dinner, no dessert.
Maybe lemon meringue.
A little bit of pie. Right. Oh, what's happening? Right, let's talk about Tamara. Has she fallen under the radar?
A little bit, I think. Definitely. I mean, there's a lot of really big characters in the house this year. I mean, you know, Helen's right up there in the front running. I mean, Tamara's a bit of a Jemima, really, I think. You know, it's just, but I don't know. I need to watch a little bit more. But she's definitely under the radar at the moment.
You better not be saying you're not watching it, Dexter, otherwise you're going to be in trouble.
I'm watching everything. Online, offline, in my lady's chamber.
Okay. And what about Jarlath? Now, she's been told that she's going to face eviction every single week. This is something you know quite a lot about, Dex. Sorry. What advice would you give her?
Just take everything on the chin, as I'm sure Danielle does. I'm sure she'll get through it.
Now,
I mean,
come
look,
on,
the public
Dexter.
will warm to her.
Huh?
I think the public will warm to Jarlath if she lasts like 3 weeks and she's up for eviction every week. I think the public will warm to her even more. I definitely think she's not leaving on Friday.
Okay. Thanks, Dex.
No problem.
Bye. Next up, representing someone who is starting to show a bit more of his colours in the house. It's Marlon's sister, Justine. Justine, are you there?
Hi.
Hello. Well, hello. Hi. We've kind of seen him really coming into his own tonight.
Yeah.
You know, he's kind of getting involved a little bit more. He's saying what he thinks a little bit more. How do you think he's coping so far?
I think he's doing quite well. I think he just went into the house to enjoy himself, but if an argument does start, he can definitely defend himself, so I'm not worried about him at all.
We've seen him kind of get a little bit of an alliance tonight with Jarlath. It was kind of one of the big storylines towards the end of the show.
Yeah.
Is he easily swayed? Because, you know, do you think he's going to take sides? Is he going to stand his own ground, keep his own mind?
I don't think he's easily swayed. It's just that I think Jarlath agrees with him and he agrees with her, so he naturally would kind of gravitate towards her. But Marlon, he will definitely defend himself. He definitely has his own opinion, so yeah.
He seems quite strong.
Yeah, definitely.
Ready to voice them if he needs to, but not to cause any shit if he doesn't have to.
Yeah, he doesn't want to start any arguments. He's not argumentative, but he can definitely defend himself if he needs to.
Amazing. Justine, thank you so much for being on the phone.
Thank you. Bye.
And finally, we have got Stephen's mum, Lynn, on the phone. Lynn, are you there?
I'm here. Hello, Emma. Hello, audience.
We love Stephen's mum. Oh, they love you apparently. We should shove you in there as well. So, is this a real Stephen that we're seeing, Lynn?
Yeah, we're seeing the real Stephen to a certain extent. He's sort of sussing everybody out, I think, and I think he's sort of working out who he can trust and who he can't. I think that's where he is with that.
What do you think is the deal with him and Pauline? Some people are saying he's sucking up to her a little bit. Do you think he is? Do you think he's just missing his own mum? What do you think's going on there?
I think Pauline's like a natural mother figure, and I think that obviously he'll be drawn to that, but I think his true love is his grandma, if I'm being honest.
Oh.
He's 88 and it's his true love.
Oh, how cute. Ollie's literally falling in love with him. What do you think about him and Helen? You know, we saw him really stick up for her. Do you think he's taken a bit of a shine to her?
No, I think what's happened is I think he he likes her as a friend, and I think what happened is when the argument took place, he became really reactive, and then when Winston entered the group and he was saying what he heard, and then Stephen said something like, "Oh well, I know, something was worse than that." Then Mark prompted him, and I think he was in a no-win situation. He either had a choice to tell them or not to tell them, and I don't think he would have won either way. So he obviously told them under the whatever.
Whatever.
But he was defending Helen.
Lynn, thanks so much for being on the phone.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to retire to the Jardin for a bit. Like speaking French. While I'm gone, have a little look at this exclusive as Pauline is talking about Christopher.
And I kind of feel bad in a sense because it's not his fault. His mama didn't raise him good. Now you see, I don't know if his mum's watching, his mum might feel away. I don't care because mama, you didn't raise your children well. But that's true, she didn't teach him how to share. He just told me that. He told me she didn't teach him how to share. It was...
How could you do that with 7 children?
There you go.
What kind of house was that? It sounds like a fucking jungle.
Well, there you go. And then when you look at how he is, because if you watch, when we're doing all the food stuff, he's always the first one back in the pan as soon as he's finished his before everybody else has had theirs.
I think that's why we're hovering around us, and it's like he always wants to know if there's something going on in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, what's everyone doing? What's everyone touching? Who's doing food? I've not seen him once fucking wash up.
On yesterday's show, we spoke about the boys in the house. Tomorrow, we'll do Friday's nominees, but tonight is most definitely ladies' night. We're going to talk about the girls. Let's take a look at the ladies who aren't facing eviction.
You don't like voting people?
I hate them.
Oh, I hate him. You have chosen to give Helen a pass to the final.
Absolutely mind-blowing.
You've got to choose your battles. Fight the wise ones. Girl, ease up on the chicken, man. There's other people got to eat chicken. Jesus Christ.
This is not funny. This is too much.
I haven't really interacted with any of the guys yet.
I just find them a bit monotonous, a bit boring.
I heard you say I got voted off because I wasn't a slug or something like that.
No. Is she going to storm off for 13 weeks every time she hears the word shag, fucking fanny, cock or whatever?
She really wants to apologise.
Nope. Done with her. Done.
All right.
No.
that's how I thought the
said
glass
to you when
conversation
you're going
was.
to do the bread, you tell me, say you wanted to stop out there and sunbathe.
Am I getting daggers? I'm sorry.
White feet.
I will. I'll put it up next time.
You're not listening. You're actually not listening to me. You're not. She's not listening to me.
Shit is going to get real here.
Talk about girl power! Right, now in the interest of fairness, we're going to give about 45 seconds of debate to each girl until we hear this noise. I should have done that then. After which we'll move on to the next girl. I'm sorry, I'm low in tone. Okay, let's start with Toya, who in her profile VT states, "Don't come for me unless I send for you." Emma, what do you make to Toya?
I like Toya. Given that she sort of came into the house looking absolutely gorgeous and glamorous, I really like the fact that since being in the house, she's been prepared to have toothpaste on her face. She lacks vanity, which I think is a great sort of attribute in the house. I also think she's going to be a corking housemate. I'm waiting for her to have her first row because I think it's going to blow the socks off us all.
She's not scared of anybody, is she, in there?
No.
And she's very articulate as well, so she can really kind of get her point across well.
Yeah.
She claims to always have the last word in an argument, which is going to be great to watch. Sorry, Ollie, I was coming to you then. Let's move on to Ashley. She said that she'd be gutted if Danielle goes on Friday. Do you think she's struggling, Ollie?
Ashley's struggling.
Yeah.
I think she's out of her depth. I think when you're a small character, she's also she doesn't have a big character. She's quite a shy girl. She's 18 years old. She's from the middle of Ireland and doesn't.
She's never left home before.
She's never left home, so that it's got to be so daunting. You're suddenly in a house with amazing personalities that have been picked by very clever
Do you think the
producers
others
to make
should kind
drama.
of try and help her a little bit more?
Who to help drama?
To Ashley, do you think they should kind of, take her under their wing, or does
Well,
she
yeah,
just
I
need
think
to grow a pair?
I think what I would have done is I would have tried to take her under the wing because there needs to be someone. I think when you go into a house, you need a mummy figure, you need a brother figure, and you need someone to flirt with. And I think if you have those, that's great.
What are your thoughts on Ashley? Anybody got an opinion on Ashley? Good, because they weren't being positive. On to the American sweetheart, Kimberly. Mark says that she keeps her cards very close to her chest. Does she have a game plan, do we think? Definitely. Oh, I know that face, and I know that means come to me, Emma, I've got something to
seriously,
say.
she's come over, obviously, to go in there and literally take over from the inside out, and she's going to literally dominate everybody and eat them.
Really?
Eat them alive.
What, so you think now she's flying under the radar?
Yeah.
keeping her cool.
The thing is, though, she'll probably end up being the one that will go in between all of the little groups, get the little snippets of information about everybody, and then use it to her own advantage.
Emma, do you agree?
No.
Oh, tell me.
No, I don't. I think Kimberly is probably going to turn out to be the most empathetic person in the house, because given how annoying Danielle has been, it's been quite. Ashley has gravitated towards Danielle because that's just a safe place for her.
Yeah.
It's the quiet ones.
It's going to get good then, I could feel it. Let's talk about Pauline, who says that she would like Judge Judy to be a member of her family. I love that. Is she judgmental or a fair housemate, Lauren? What do you think?
Pauline, I think there's an underlying a bit of discomfort, a bit of anger in Pauline about her past. I think she wants to be in control. She wants to be the mother figure, but she's not a kind mother figure. And I think in the end, people will get to dislike her.
I couldn't agree more. I think she kept on saying, I'm not going to take care of you guys. She's in it for the money and she's in it to win it. There's no way.
Are you all agreeing? Wowzers. Apparently she won't argue unless she can win it. Good on ya. Who wouldn't she go up against, Emma, do you think? Who do you think is the one person she thinks she can't win against?
I don't think there's anyone that she wouldn't go up against. I mean, she might think twice about...
Oh, Emma!
I want to see her and Helen. Her and Helen would be amazing.
Finally, Helen. She gives herself 10 out of 10 for honesty. Has she been honest so far, Emma?
Yes, I think she has been honest. What's interesting about Helen is that since she's got the pass to the final, it's so clear that she's become the alpha female in the house. And I don't know if you noticed from a show that a couple of nights ago, the way Ashley went to her to sort of basically say, I know you just had that argument with Danielle, but please don't count me in that.
Don't come at me.
So people are making sure that they're on a good footing with Helen.
I don't like Helen. I think she's a manipulator. I think she's going to cause trouble. I think she's in love with herself, and I don't think that. I think it's only.
She behaved. She shut up. I can't believe it. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, still to come, we've got plenty more Big Brother exclusives for you to get your grubby little paws on. But in the meantime, Danielle, Tamara and Jarlath all face eviction on Friday. Who goes? You decide! Much better. This week, Danielle, Jarlath and Tamara all face the public vote. Who goes? You decide. To evict Danielle from a landline, call 090 2044 5805 or from a mobile, call 650 5805. To evict Jarlath from a landline, call 090 2044 5807 or from a mobile, call 650 5807. To evict Tamara from a landline, call 090 2044 5814 or from a mobile, call 650 5814. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50 pence. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote on iOS devices via the new Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99 pence. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. The show with a grip on reality, more exploratory than Stephen's wandering hands. They were everywhere. Here's today's news. At 11:10 this morning, the housemates were in positively high spirits as they were set a ruffle of a task. Now, I'm told this means rolling on the floor with laughter.
In breaking good news, Big Brother wishes to ensure all housemates start today in the most happy and positive way. Housemates are being advised to immediately begin ruffling to show Big Brother their inner positivity. Housemates must continue to ruffle until otherwise notified by Big Brother.
Rolling on the floor laughing. The shopping task is at stake.
Did they say you've got to do it as much as possible?
Rolling.
Keep rolling.
Congratulations, housemates. You have displayed enough positivity and may cease ruffling.
You guys should be so proud! Well done, guys! Taking it for the team! Let the good times roll. At 12:13 this afternoon, Jolie demonstrated a more mellow side to her personality.
All right, okay, what I need you to do then, okay, just get comfortable in your seat, and whenever you're ready, just close your eyes and take a deep breath in and release the breath. If you think of anything, just allow the thought to dissipate, just allow the thought to go away, and then just concentrate on your breathing for a moment. Just breathing in good thoughts and exhaling any negativity. Just allow yourself to just drift. Feel your mind drifting to wherever you need it to go. It could be a beach, it could be your special place, just to sort of be you, be yourself, be with yourself, your own thoughts. It could be a forest, it could be a mountain. And just spend some time now in this special place. Look for something to do, either relaxing or looking around where you are, and just allow yourself to be in the moment. And whenever you're ready, start opening your eyes and familiarising yourself with where you are again.
Brilliant. Louisa.
Ash's response, though. Brilliant. At 1:48, Kimberly gets to make her feelings known to the housemates without rolling her eyes. Ooh, what did I just think?
Kimberly, in order to pass the coming clean category, you must read out your nominations from Monday. Big Brother has provided you with a transcript of both of your nominations.
Okay. My first nomination is Tamara. When you're trying to have a conversation with her, it doesn't go very deep with her. She can ignore you, so it just creates a really awkward relationship between her and I. It's always kind of rude when you ignore someone, when they're talking right at you. She is not a very approachable person, especially if your personality isn't like really extroverted and you're a little bit of an introvert. And yeah, it can come across really, really rude. My second nomination is Ash, because of his arrogant mindset when you're trying to have a conversation with him. He feels like his opinion is right and that there is no room for error. Like, it's always going to be that way. So with me, I do like to kind of feel things out in a discussion, and that was really impossible to do with him. I find that really frustrating. I wouldn't want to live with someone like that.
Hashtag awkward. That's one way to make yourself really popular, isn't it? Yeah, just read out your noms. That's today's news. Gonna stay here and we're gonna go to the reality gallery where Emma and Ollie are. Hi.
Okay,
hello.
hi.
What's that? Why are you whispering?
I don't know, because you feel like we should.
Oh no, shout.
Shout. All right, we
No,
can do
don't
that.
shout. I'll
We
get
won't
told
do
off.
that.
What's going on?
Okay, so for today's task, Jale had to sit in a room and smile constantly for 10 minutes while laughter was continuously played into the room.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Winston and Tamara have given each other a massage today. And and Winston told Tamara he likes it hard.
Of course he does. Now, housemates have also taken part in another shopping task. They had to complete a disgusting assault course while remaining positively positive. Mark fell onto his balls as he attempted the assault course.
Awkward. And Pauline's getting annoyed with housemates for using her towel. She says she needs to vent her anger by talking to Big Brother, otherwise she will make people cry, which she isn't in the house to do, she says.
Oh, well, that's good. Don't make them cry. They're meant to be positive.
No.
Thank you very much for that.
My pleasure.
Let's head over this way. So, we've got somebody new in digital today. Carl. Who is also joined by Lauren. So, what's going on in the house tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow we have the results of the poll. So if you get on the app at the moment, you can
Yeah.
vote for who you want to be the next power housemate.
Okay. You're
Yes.
very calm and collected.
Yeah.
What else is happening?
And also, tomorrow we are going to talk to Tamara, Danielle and Charlie
So,
about...
our possible evictees.
Yes, about... so you can tweet us at BBUK using the hashtag AskTheHMs and we'll ask them your questions.
Okay. Let's have some tweets. I was going to say let's have some Twitters, but that's not right.
Well, Mrs. Smith says, I think Mark should be the power housemate because he's the most entertaining.
Yeah.
And Chris says, and Becky says she thinks it should be Chris because he's got his head screwed on.
Okay, look how much he loves being on telly. He hasn't even let Lauren speak.
Oh,
That's it for this
I
evening.
know.
Joining me tomorrow is a Big Brother All-Star lineup. Aisling, Jack and Joe, Josie Gibson, Luke Hay and Nicola McLean are all going to be here.